Have you ever grabbed a tape measure, tried to read it, and felt like you were decoding secret math? Don't worry. Once you know what the markings mean, it's actually simple. Today, we'll go over everything you need to know about how to read a tape measure correctly, avoid common mistakes, and get accurate results every single time. A tape measure is a tool used to measure length or distance. It might look basic, but it's one of the most important tools for any DIY project, construction work, or even small home fixes. Early versions of the tape measure go all the way back to ancient Rome, where people used strips of leather or metal to measure cloth and distance. Today, most tape measures are made from flexible metal, built to stay rigid when extended. To get accurate readings, always keep your tape measure flat and straight. If it bends or twists, your measurement will be off. Also, make sure there are no dents or cracks in the blade. A damaged tape can easily throw off precision. There are a few types of tape measures you might come across. Some have dual markings, showing both metric and imperial units, so you can switch easily between centimeters and inches. Easy read tape measures have big, bold numbers that make reading faster. And long tape measures, sometimes 30 meters or more, are used for big outdoor jobs like framing or landscaping. The key is to choose the one that fits your project. A carpenter might use a sturdy, locking tape for framing, while a seamstress might prefer a soft, flexible one. Your tape measure has four main parts: the metal hook, the case, the blade, and the markings. The metal hook at the end is designed to move slightly. That's not a defect, it actually compensates for its own thickness. When you hook it over an edge or press it against a surface, that little wiggle ensures the reading stays accurate either way. The case sometimes has its own length printed on the side. That number is useful if you're measuring into a tight space. Just add the case length to your reading. And the blade, the main strip with the markings, has a slight curve. That shape helps it stay rigid when extended. Let's talk about what all those little lines mean. If you're using a metric tape measure, the numbers are in centimeters, and each small line is a millimeter. 10 millimeters make 1 centimeter, and 100 centimeters make a meter. If you're using an imperial tape measure, the big numbers represent inches. Between each inch are smaller marks: halves, quarters, eighths, and sixteenths. Each line represents a fraction of an inch. The longest line is a half inch, the next is a quarter, then an eighth, and so on. Once you get the hang of the pattern, reading it becomes second nature. Many tape measures have extra symbols that make life easier. You might notice red numbers every 16 inches. Those show standard stud spacing in walls. Then there are black diamonds spaced every 19.2 inches, used for engineered floor joists. Some models also have centering marks to help find the midpoint quickly, and a small hole in the hook tab. That's for attaching it to a nail or screw so you can measure on your own without anyone holding the other end. These little touches can save a lot of time during projects. Now let's talk about using it safely and accurately. Always keep tension on the tape while measuring. A loose tape will sag and give you the wrong reading. Avoid letting it snap back too quickly when retracting. The edge of the blade can be sharp and might cut your hand or damage the tape. If you're working at height or in a busy area, secure the tape so it doesn't drop or whip around. And yes, keep your fingers away from the mouth of the case when the tape retracts. That's where accidents usually happen. The more you use a tape measure, the better you'll get. Start by practicing reading fractions like 1/8, 5/16, or 3/4 of an inch until it feels natural. Common mistakes include misaligning the tape with the edge of the object or forgetting to account for the case length when measuring inside corners. Always double check before cutting or marking. Measure twice, cut once, isn't just a saying, it's the golden rule of accuracy. So, to sum it up, learning how to read a tape measure is all about understanding its parts, reading the markings, and practicing often. Once you know what those lines mean and how to handle the tape properly, you'll be measuring like a pro in no time. If you want a full step-by-step guide, check out the complete article linked below. And if this helped, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's just getting started with DIY projects. That's all for today. Now go grab your tape measure and start practicing.